Welcome back to Alcos and Rarities. This video takes us to Scranton, Pennsylvania for coverage of their newly operational Alco PA. NKP 190, or rather now DL 190, was a rescue and restore operation by railfan philanthropist Doyle McCormick. It's the morning of July 12, 2025, and 190 is preparing to pull an excursion train. The journey will begin here at Scranton and make its way eastbound to Mt Pocono, where the locomotives will run around the train and return here. This locomotive was originally built for the Santa Fe in 1948. In 1967, it was sold to the Delaware and Hudson, and then 11 years later to Mexico, where it operated for a few years before being retired. 190 isn't the only railfan attraction present today, as the DL shows off their newly painted RS3 wearing Delaware and Hudson colors, and a C420 wearing Lehigh Valley paint.
Wait for the guy to pull up and then go to the tunnel, or we're going
Alco PAs are 6-axle locomotives built by Alco between 1946 and 1953. Two models were released, the PA-1 and the PA-2. 190 was a PA-1 until it was rebuilt by the Morrison-Knudsen for the Delaware and Hudson and redesignated as a PA-4. In the year 2000, it was arranged to be returned to the U.S. and restored by Mr. McCormick. Most of the restoration was completed by 2023 when it was sold to the Delaware Lackawanna, who finished the restoration and made it operational. After picking up its passengers, Train 40 rolls through the stone-cut tunnel at Naog Park. The next location we see them pass is Gouldsboro. This and several other spots along the route have nicely kept old stations. Now at Tobyhanna, the excursion train has dropped off its passengers and prepares for a photo run-by. Meanwhile, back at Scranton, a small Baldwin steam locomotive pulls an excursion train around the Steamtown Museum, passing tomorrow's power set for a freight run. The RS-3 and C-420 from earlier are also swinging into action to do a bit of switching. The excursion train has completed its journey and now is arriving back where it began. The steam engine can still be heard moving around the museum tracks, creating a strange effect, almost as if our Alco friends here are chugging like a steam locomotive. The PA has put on a wonderful show for us, and the Delaware Lackawanna has done an amazing job of making 190's return to rails a railfan spectacular. Thank you for watching. Watch for more great videos from Alcos and Rarities.